Hey, I haven't done one of these sort of sit down camera video diaries in like a month now, and that's what this channel was started for, so I figured I'd make one while my family is out of the house, but I'm out of breath. Today, I wanted to talk about self-sabotage because in recent months I've realized that I actually self-sabotage, and I do that quite a lot, and I didn't realize that's what it was. I kind of chalked it up to the psychology of being comfortable in uncomfortable situations because they're familiar, but I think at this point it is self-sabotage because, Jason, as you know, I and future Sidney, if you are watching this, because that's who this channel was intended to be for, but um, freshman year of college sucked, and recently I've been thinking about going back to where I was because I ended up transferring schools. And I was like, why do I want to do that? It sucked. Like, I didn't like being there. And things are going pretty well for me right now. And as soon as things were going so well for me here, I started thinking about going back to where I was, where life kind of sucked. And that was the moment I realized that, oh, maybe we shouldn't do this. And I think that's the first step in healing, is actually recognizing that that's what I'm doing, because that shows up a lot in my life. As soon as things start to go well, I don't know what to do with myself, and I just return to familiar habits and familiar, you know, I don't know. Sorry, I got distracted, but I return to like what's familiar to me, which is, I guess, being stressed all the time. Or being, I don't know. And another place in my life where I realized that was when I'm studying or, doing stuff. Whenever there's like high stress in my house, or high, like, tensions are tight or high, I don't know how to describe tensions. What do they say? There's tension. Whenever there's tension in my house, I should say, that is when I feel like I want to be the most productive. And it's probably some sort of coping mechanism, but also it's gotten to the point where I can't be productive if everything is calm. I have to stress myself out in some way. And I need to stop doing that. But it's kind of like a negative feedback loop, if you will, because I can't work on myself. I can't do any work, whether that's like on myself or for school or whatever, unless I'm in these high stress environments. So when I'm finally in the high stress environment, I can be productive, but that productivity comes in the form of working on myself, which lowers the stress, which means I can't get anything done. So I don't know how to fix that. I am also in a different location, you may notice. I'm not sitting on my bed. You are actually balanced on a against a lotion bottle that is sitting on my desk chair. So, but I don't know. I kind of just wanted to talk about that. I don't know why, like, I don't know why. As soon as, in it just had, like, even little things, as soon as things start to go well, I quit. Like, I had a job in October. I quit. Um, I was in school. I was doing great. My job was working out. It was all going well. And I quit my job. It wasn't the end of the world because it was a minimum wage job that didn't really, it wasn't, it didn't align with my future goals, but I quit. And I needed that sense of routine to get me through. And as soon as I quit my job, everything kind of declined. And I just don't know why I do this to myself. And I don't know how to fix it. I guess I just wanted to come on here and talk for a couple of reasons. I mean, one, I haven't done one of these little vlogs in a while. And two, I guess it's sort of my own version of therapy, or just talking it out, I guess. I don't want to go to therapy for many reasons. One, I don't feel like I deserve to go, which I feel like is a problem in itself, but I feel like my problems just are not big enough where I have to go. Especially with how, like, my parents grew up. It's like, whoa, well, I didn't have childhoods nearly as bad as theirs, you know. I don't really, like, why should I get to go to therapy if I didn't experience what they experienced? And I feel like if you want to go to, like, if you go to therapy, you have to be willing to change. And I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. I feel like I'm so stuck and comfortable in my ways that it just wouldn't, it would be like talking to a wall for the therapist. And I also feel like, dang, there's one more thing I wanted to say. I already know why I do everything that I do. I have already, like, analyzed everything. I am very, very self-aware of why I do what I do in most parts. I know you're probably watching this and you're like, Sydney, that is not true. You're the least unaware person I know, or the least aware person I know. Double negatives still get me. I don't know why. But but I feel like every little thing I do, I already know why I do it. I don't need someone with a psych degree to tell me why I do what I do, because I know. And also it's expensive and I don't have time for that. But on a positive note, I am getting my life together after this semester ended pretty horribly, because I don't know. I couldn't tell you why I just gave up. I really just gave up after having a great fall semester, which, ties back into the whole self-sabotage thing. But I'm getting back on the horse and I'm gonna, try and fix this. I've got my giant monthly calendar here it's gonna have all my school and academic deadlines on it. I've already got one. It's gonna look a lot more filled up once I actually have, there's some for the next month too. I have deadlines. I have all stuff like that. I got a job at the planetarium. I have a little planner which I left in the car. I have a car. That's crazy. But I don't know. I cleaned my room finally. I did loads and loads of laundry. I'm making my bed every morning. I'm doing everything. So I think this summer is going to be good. We'll see at the end of the summer. I'll come back and watch this maybe and see if I have resigned from my position as the queen of self-sabotage. Who knows? But I'm excited, and I do have a cold right now. It's ridiculous that I have a cold in the middle of June, but it's almost gone. I'm on the outskirts. I can actually talk and do things today. Yesterday I was basically bedridden, but having a cold in the middle of June is weird because I don't want to go outside because I have a cold. And usually when you have a cold, when it's cold out, you don't want to go outside because it's cold and it's gonna make your cold more cold. And I don't want to go outside because I have a cold, but it would probably do me good, the heat. But also I'm like, maybe it's just allergies, but it didn't feel like allergies, and I never really get allergies. So I don't know what it is. I just wanted to mention that because I wanted to say the word cold 5 million times because I thought that was funny. But yeah, I did post a little vlog before this. I edited it because I forgot how much fun editing is, and I have other ideas for stuff like that, so maybe I'll do that more. But I'll also try and do these little authentic video diary things because I like them, and it's nice to just talk and not have to edit and have these to look back on in the end of the summer, maybe at the end of the year, in 5 years. I don't know. I was also reminded the other day that I wrote a letter to myself when I was 14, and it will be emailed to me in 10 years from then. So when I'm 24, I will be getting that letter. And I remember when I wrote that at 14, I was like, 24? That's going to take so long. And another part of me was like, oh, I should make a YouTube, when I have a YouTube channel, because I always thought I was going to have like a little YouTube channel when I was in college. I can react to it on there, so that probably says something about me psychologically, but, yeah. I don't know. It was nice to just talk at the camera, so thank you for listening, future Sydney and Jason and whoever else might be watching this. Okay, bye. Bye now.